Okay, it's just after midnight coming into Tuesday. And I'm severely long the euro dollar on the plunge. We're at the delta of the delta of the delta tonight. We're going up. Bitcoin's, this is the Bitcoin chart though. I think this is my special linear weighted moving average crossover system of 13 and 8. And RSI, the 2 period on the bottom, is my trigger filter to get in. You have to drive this manually. I don't think the robots are going to be able to build. You won't be able to build a robot on this, but if you like setups and trends and all that bullshit. And the only danger in this system is that you may undertrade your account because you really should be hitting a little harder into some of these trades. That's why the martingale was invented, to hammer into the abyss. But that's a sizing issue to get it just right. Because if you don't have I don't have a grid here on Bitcoin, I really don't know what the actual handles I'd throw on this thing. But based on the spread, you'd have to have, and that's the tick charts running there, is the euro down right now. So I'm long the euro coming into Tuesday. Got long on Friday, got double long today. We retested, and I did not. So woven into my swing trade are 10 pips, 8 pips, 13 pip, 20 pip, 28 pip. The market orders I'm running are like 28 pip exit. Risk 14 to make 16. I have a more diversification on my at the market tickets, which I would pull the trigger maybe right now. On this Bitcoin, I feel like you're getting trapped if you buy now, but this is all dependent on how many pips you're trying to make. So actually, the setup, how much does the setup cost if you just did one contract? And if it's too high, then I don't think you should trade that instrument. Like, why drive a giant tank when you just need a little baby pistol to kill somebody? So don't shoot an ant with an elephant gun. I would say the same thing would be the holy grail systems that people are attracted to because they see these setups and they go, man, if I could only have the thing, just take that one setup. But I don't have like 6 months to wait for that entry on the weekly Bitcoin I'm looking at here with the crossover system. You should be short. And what are the rules too? Don't forget the rules. The best part, right? There's rules. Oh yeah, this not gonna be fun all the time, kids. So you sell here. Well, why can't we sell up here? No. Don't get ahead of us now. Listen, you paid for this mentorship of the moving average crossover system, and you're gonna trade it. So it says in the tuition agreement that if you can't prove you learned something, we're just going to have to kill you because we don't want you talking bad about us. Okay? You should be long right now. Like, hello, so this would be the delta of delta. This entry, if you waited for the actual crossover, the robot's waiting for, wait for the crossover, boss. Hey, Sparky, why did you sell when the 1 period moving average crossed over the 8 period moving average? And why I don't use candlesticks is because they're bullshit. Candlesticks maybe on the daily, and then you got to get out candles and get out incense and sage and start going get in the fucking lotus position. I ain't got time for that shit, dude. I'm just gonna trade psycho rip moves up or down, and there's a psycho crush of the dollar coming. Oh, boo-hoo, the dollar's going down, the petrodollar. These are all bullshit terms, dude. I'm telling you what, I think the stock market is going to make all-time highs for the next 2 years and just blow people's mind. If you look at the monthlies, but then, of course, this is the argument against the exception that proves the rule. Oh, such a beautiful setup even on the monthlies. But when the monthlies do set up, that's smoothed out data. The 1 period moving average, which is my line chart, is the highest end chart you can fucking have. I only put the black bar background there to show the volatility, but when it comes down to it, if I draw a trend line, trend lines don't work. If I draw a trend line here, look at this beautiful measured move. Even the cycle guys would be like, hey, look at this fucking, that's crazy. Like from peak to here, like, well, yeah, it's just well, that's Fibonacci time, don't you know? But when it breaks the trend line, let's do the trend line break. And since it's a daily, I can use these tools here. Look at that. It's fucking amazing. So you draw your trend line, and it gets in before the cross and the moving average. A double confirmation entry. That's what we call that. See? What do you mean? Well, you see crossed over. Don't you know anything, man? But see, I'm going for this top tick Tommy entry, which is my fave. Got a sell limit pending up here, like, oh, how long are you going to wait on that? Well, I don't know. It's a weekly chart, and the Bitcoin could make it back up here, all-time highs, and I'd be willing to sell up there, but I don't think I'm going to ride this beautiful trend, beautiful symmetrical, like goes up, pauses, boom. That's it, bye-bye, because it actually comes slamming all the way back to the starting gate, and for the candlestick guys, a doji is this. Small bars are dojis. The problem with the candlestick shit is you got dragonflies, you got pet flies, you got dick flies. It's too fucking much shit, dude. That's why it's called the Simpleton Channel. People kind of miss that. They think we must be a fucking idiot. No, dude. I just, I don't need fucking. I guess you feel more secure when you have more instrumentation in the cockpit of the jet you're flying. And if you're flying fast, which means you're trading really big money and you're trying to get in and out fast, and that's a whole different mindset than sitting back and looking at the chart and going, boy, if the market ever comes down, if Bitcoin ever gets below here, I should start buying. In fact, let me just place some buy limits down here and just walk away. Now, granted, it took fucking half a year to tag and bag that entry to the floor. In other words, if you just scalp the wick. Another problem with candlesticks is that on a 1 hour chart, they're not 60-minute candles. They're 5 seconds under. So from open to close is 5-second gap. And people are like, oh yeah, that's that order block gap shit. Look at this thing. Look at this baby going. Euro be going up tonight, son of a bitch. The dollar's going to get annihilated. Crude oil looks like it's had it. The stock market is going to go into all new time highs, and people are going to shit their pants. They're just going to print so much fucking money, dude. That'll be the argument there, but dude, it's over. The Chinamen have locked themselves down. Think about it. Those are the geniuses we got to worry about. People, they can't, since some things are changing, you have to sell these newspapers. So this reminds me of Dodd-Frank, man. This is whole fucking, well, we got to do this because we got to do that. And oh my God, get the fucking fire extinguisher and put your head out. Snuff that bitch. You got to be out of your fucking mind. And the Bitcoin could tread water here for fucking ever. Never make new highs. Never really go below 30,000 and never go above 80,000 for the next 5 years. And I did make that call. I don't know if they tore down my video because you know how they do that. But 5 years ago, I said gold's going to trade sideways, and it did. It traded sideways for 5 years after the climax in 2000. That's over. I mean, that's like you had the best time of your life. You usually know you're there when you're doing it. This is like as good as it's going to get. I'm heartbroken about just even being here right now. So it's about as good as it gets. So everything from here will be downhill, honey. Oh, I'm depressed already about just thinking about breaking up with you. It's been so good. Look at them. Look at the signals on this weekly 2-period Bitcoin RSI. Come on. Is this not the most ultimate triple banger? Here's your wedge, and you can draw trend lines, which you can't draw trend lines on candles. I'm sorry. You have to draw them. People draw them on the wicks. How do you find the body? By the way, how do you find the body? And which body do you go for? Do you go for the edge of the candle? The problem with candlestick charts, everybody knows, right? That how bullshit is it the edge of the candle? When you zoom in on MetaTrader, am I drawing it off the very corner? I'm only speaking to people that are really anal about getting it just right. Wait, am I drawing it here? Am I drawing it through here? Or do I go through the body? And it just looks like fucking somebody threw up, dude. If I turn off the bars and I just have a line chart, then I won't really know where all the auction trades were, but I would know, like, hey, listen, low volatility, right? All I care about is volatility. I can see the it just keeps making higher highs and higher lows. This pullback here could have been if you had sell limits on these rooftops. So sell limits here. Sell, 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 sell. Forget the moving average. Sell, sell, sell. As this thing goes marching up, the trick is to get the sizing right. So by the time it gets to here, you're selling so much currency or Bitcoin. People are saying to you, what the fuck you doing? It's going up. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I know. Why don't you double mask up, dumb shit? Like, so the problem with being a trader is you see it coming. Like, I'm not going to buy any euro here. I see it's going up, but I'm not going to buy any more, dude. I'm already hog long. So I don't like the chase. And on the Bitcoin here, for example, all markets are the same in the sense that you're going to get a big move, chop, big move, chop. So the chop, right? So this is when it's bid down into this, and I'll candlestick it myself. I call this crayon sticks. Yeah, where's the candles? Oh my God, candlesticks. Dude, I had coffee table books with Steve Neeson candlesticks and I thought, there's no way. This is like seeing where people read and they learn just each thing instead of phonetic learning, of the language. It's just see and say. See and say method. What is that? Dragonfly, gravestone. Oh, 3 marching morons. Oh yeah, I took that trade one day. I like the engulfing pattern, but it's really like a hammer. The problem with the engulfing pattern is the half-hour engulfing is really just I'm sorry. Yeah, the half-hour engulfing is just really a 1-hour hammer. Oh, how does that work? Well, it's kind of confusing because I'm supposed to only take... And you see these things where they have these... You go to these places and... I used to die. I used to talk to traders, And didn't we all know this is bullshit? You mean there's a tarot card reader that can give me a good forex trade? Yeah, so let me explain this. How are you getting these... How are you doing this? Well, don't you understand? You just got to get the Fibonacci just right. Oh, okay. Let me go study that. I'll back test it tonight. See if what you're saying is true, because I don't really believe you. But when it comes to putting real money in these trades, most people are going to shit their pants if they've never risked anything. Like everything's totally, they live a risk-free life, and now they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is... I suppose the euphoria of making a lot of money quickly could be just as bad, because then you'd be like, well, let's go back in there and do that again. And is this going to be something? And of course, the next thought is people, not everybody, I suppose most people, their aim is to be a professional trader, but I don't really even want to do anything. I mean, it's still a job. Trading, so I can either trade or I could go and build sculptures or something, right? I can find something to do in the manual world, or I could, maybe play bass guitar for somebody on a track. Give me the piece, I'll rehearse it, I'll come in, you pay me $100, I'll fucking nail it. You don't like it, we redo it. I give you 5 versions of it coming out of 5 cab simulators. I'll give you the direct. I'll give you what I think it should sound like. We'll do live 3 tracks. You take what you like. I don't give a fuck. So so the technology of trading, it's kind of attracted me. So knowing what I did learn about the candlesticks and all these things you're supposed to do, cut your losses short. God, I must tell you, every time I get into these fucking monster swing trades, I hear that stupid comment in my head. It's still distracting to have to go up against conventional wisdom, so to speak, conventional gooberism, because that's the whole issue with trading. In essence, is the big obstacle is that what you're doing is kind of like, well, I wouldn't say it's baby torture, but you're torturing your feelings about, especially in a fast market that's going in your favor, and one that's going fast against you. So it may not even be. So when it's going in my favor, I actually don't feel very good. Well, I don't feel like, wow, that's great, because typically those are momentary moves that I would be getting in on the other side of that rail. So when the market explodes, I'm already thinking, wow, are we dipping into a vacuum that I should have had pendings? And this is where you should have, could have, should have, would have. The big issue with trying to demonstrate trading is that unless somebody pays you to specifically be on stage trading every day, and you're really not trading your own account, because I don't think you drive two cars at on the same train at the same time. And if people are watching you trade, and you got to wonder if what they're going to say, that's the beauty of MT4s. The scripts is, in the olden days, if you called your broker and you said, I want to put on a trade in soybean, and they would say to you, I had a broker say, really? Well, we just had a report that said the grain market's going to be fucking shit. And I was looking at this double bottom in the soybean meal daily charts, and I said, I want to buy 2 contracts. And soybean meal margins are only like $900 or something, and I had about $5,000 in the account. So I go, let's do it. And of course, put stops in and everything. I like the soybean oil and soybean meal because it was a decimal point mark instead of the grain markets and like fractions, which is kind of disturbing too. That's a whole other problem. Metric versus fractions, and so when you have resentment and anger like I do, so it really is not a good combo play to get more irritated about. Why just go decimal and everything? Like, what the fuck? Well, that's a foot and it's a yard. A yard's kind of like a meter. Well, why isn't it just like a meter? What the fuck we doing? Well, the United States was going to go metric, but now we decided to keep our mask on that one too. We're just we're full goober. We're full nanny state. What's the matter? The potion's not working on your brain there? Love potion number 9, kind of. Is that Valentine's Day? We already passed it. So the Bitcoin thing, I'd probably be getting out of that position that I was talking about. But look how there was a retest. And when I was saying, oh, that's a good time to buy Bitcoin, anything below there, you could have cashed out here and reloaded. See, and without regard to this bullshit trend trading, like, I'm short here and I want to go long here. I like that system you got. Can you show me that again? Yeah. Well, you're long here. You only take long trades. And here, you only take short trades. Well, the problem is, you miss this fucking insane wackadoodle distribution. I'm trading that shit, dude. I'm dragging this shit over and I'm going, give me some of that. I got sell limits up here, and when it goes bing, bing, I'm just trading the I don't need to see a fucking candle to know that these are wicks. Okay, think of these as wicks. If you're into candlesticks, this is the bot. This is the. It's just so much better because the problem with the candlestick is there's 4 pieces of information. There's too much information. Give me the range. Where did it close? Stop it with all this bullshit. Well, what's the volume? Who gives a fuck what the volume is? That's something that pisses me off. To the end of the world is people, what is the volume here is really big. Yo, really? Oh, gee, you think? You dumb fuck. You don't think there's... You don't think that this is like prime real estate for like, wow, I haven't been there in a while. What do you think the reaction's going to be? Wow, we haven't been above this price in a while. Holy shit. All the way back to there. And through the floor of this ceiling. Through the rooftop of that. And look at the vicious wick on the weekly here. Oh, dude, what a scalp, right? Just the wick of that thing. Are you going to deny this scalp? I only sell, dude. Actually, no. It goes into sell mode to here, so yeah, sell here. Now, if you sold a rally, I'd give you this. If you sold the rallies, here's a nice reversal. This didn't really pan out, right? Where's the big follow through on this to the target? Doesn't work, right? This is a RSI, more overbought, lower price. Take these 2 numbers, add it to this. You're supposed to be down here, according to RSI projections. Let's see another setup like that. The weekly chart. So weekly chart, are you really waiting for a fucking signal? And, oh, finally got divergence on the weekly chart, Hank. Oh, I know, I do, but I got in the Bitcoin like you said here, and then it wicked down. It stopped me out. No. How tight was your stop? Well, I didn't want to lose any money. You cut your losses short. You know that one? You know that story? Cut your losses short, yeah. That worked out good, huh? Well, I haven't lost too much money. I'm thinking I'm going to go back in and trade again. Dude, just go fucking in. Fuck it. Take the one-piece bathing suit off. Just go in. Just trade it. Euro's going up tonight, but I'm not putting out a fucking signal. My signal service says go long. Dude, I'm long. I'm fucking hog long. And I've been trading all this bang shit. She bangs. So you can trade the scatterbrain shit. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 80% of the market is just confused bullshit. Then it makes a big run, a smooth big run. So notice the pattern. Bullshit, smooth run. Bullshit, smooth run on closing prices. Yes, the wicks are auction bonanza if you know how to do it. If you know how to put a sell limit up here and capture that wick. It's not really if you know how. Well, you have to know how, and you got to fucking do it. So you got to show up on that one. But you could, right now, who's not putting buy limits down here? Who's not buying low? Oh, I'm waiting for confirmation. Dude, I'm putting in a basket of tickets like any fucking person would do. I'm only going to buy one coffee. I'm opening a coffee cup shop. Yeah, what do you got for your inventory? I got like 5 coffee cups. They're nice, though. Oh, they're like $300 a piece. Oh, the big ticket. Oh, so you got a lot of big ticket on it. Yeah, how much you got on that? Oh, you're waiting? Oh, you're waiting for the perfect customer to come in, right? Dude, I'm not going to do it like that. What are you, nuts? Yeah, this Gartley pattern. Oh, you should see it. Honey, come here. Let me show you. It's on the monthly. I think if we get a loan from the bank. Oh, they stopped us out. But look, I was right about the trade. Look at it goes up. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Look at the euro go there. Look at that puppy go. I love it. I'm just going to sit here and ride this fucker north. It's so hilarious. I'm just, again, I kind of, how wrong are these people the stock market is going to crash? I'll tell you why I don't think it's going to crash. Look at this monthly chart. Oh, you tell me. You tell me. Nobody likes... Okay, what they can't understand is that the machine moves regardless of who's at the helm. It always moves the way it moves. There's no fucking... it's not like people think, I suppose. It's a mirage. You're looking into like what you think it should be and how it isn't, and oh, it's all wrong and this should be like that. It isn't. Well, but my moving average crossover system back tested fine, worked good on paper, and then go and run it forward there and meet my wife, put on a big loan, and got ourselves in debt, and oh boy, like yours going up now. Honey, should we buy it? Well, I don't know. I'm waiting for that signal to come out. The signal service, I keep checking the email. We've been relying on these signals for a long time now, honey. I don't know. I think we got to start thinking for ourselves. There's a euro dollar on the daily. Look at this puppy. Now, did anybody have their buy limit at the Williams fractal? Like I've described many a time. You're rarely going to get that trade off. But when it works out, it's amazing. I would still be long right now. So yeah, you could add. I'm not adding. I'm going to ride it till here. Actually, I'm cashing out everything here. And on the way to there, I should be cashing out, but I'm a little greedy. I think I'm going to hang until we take out the lonely wick, which is not being identified here by the Williams fractal, which is a 5-bar turnaround. The middle finger being when I say fuck you. I had to tell somebody that today. Middle finger works in their face. Line it up, cue it up. It's a nonverbal. It's sign language. Is what the fuck it is. Here's my 10 pip grid on top of the 100 pip grid of the euro dollar. So here's how I trade the market. I'm going to give away my holy grail system. This is the daily chart. And would I get in here and ride this giant catastrophic retracement? Would I buy below here, placing all my orders perfectly in here and riding this all the way to here? I don't think so. Although that is the idea. I would rather do it here. Like I got buy limits here. We nick the wick. If it doesn't blow out my 20 pip, 40 pip, I'm running 20 to 30 to 40 pip stops, right? And when I trade at the market, if this is plunging like this, so it plunges, when it gets below here, I am going to pull the trigger with 50 pip stops at the market, especially at the end of the day. At the end of the day here, I'm probably already buying. If I'm not buying in limits on this, if I see this happen, and look how we get there. When we take out these fractals, look at the reaction as we wipe out this vacuum. But it really started right back here. The first tip into the, well, I would say the first failure is, why isn't this double top becoming a bottom right here? Why isn't this trend line holding? Why isn't this just, okay, this is the dailies. We come back to here, I got you, and go, oh my God, no. This reminds me of if this was a daily chart, and this is the beginning of the day, end of the day, this is FOMC comes out, smash up into this vacuum, come back into the fair value where everybody, 80% of the activity takes place, and then catastrophically, here comes the FOMC report, or where the fucking end, what that bullshit they have. We're going to come out with non-farm payroll. Non-farm? Everybody's still talking about, dude, there's so much technology in the farm. Is it really, I mean, is this really not a technological? Oh boy, I don't know what the numbers and all, the numbers are all faked and rewritten, and this is not the inflation we used to talk about. We redid the numbers on what really inflation is. Come on, man. So we come back into this, and so I'm just doing pure auction structure trading here. But if you had a moving average, I got a 20 EMA on a daily, or I got a 50 EMA because I like that. It's a lot more stable and smooth. So I use that, and it says that I should only be taking sells. And when I got above here, I'm like, yeah, let's sell here. That's great. But did you really tell me that you had a target that was 400 pips down, that you held that for a week? There's probably very few people on the planet that held through that trade. And maybe they did, but it would be amazing to get out at the in a 10 pip window. Now, I'll give you that. You could get it. You could start selling right here tonight. Sell limit every 10 pips. Sell. When you get above here, you got a martingale in. Sell, 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 sell. All your trades are laid in on this chart right here. That's all you need to know about the market. Is there's a vacuum up here, and if you want to make money, you're going to put sell limits up here. If they trigger next week, or they trigger by the end of the week, it pokes up in there. We are coming out with that dumb shit, non-farm payroll bullshit on Friday. So you could be screaming into this abyss, like you could just be ripping off this abyss. You're filling up that one because that's the fractal. That's the mini abyss, just like this one. If you had sell limits on the right there, as soon as they took out the high the previous day, bing, bing, and you got buy limits here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, look at this fucking little cove here. This is the mini vac. Can you trade this vac? Start buying here, martingale in, load the fucking wagon here and ride it to here? Yes. But dude, people aren't going to do that because if you don't have enough fucking money per ticket to do this trade, so people always say, what do you do about a movie like that? Well, fuck, dude, you better fucking have money. You got to have hang time to buy here and make 300 pips clean. Never looks back. Then why does the market behave like this? Because it's an exchange. The market doesn't see some trend bullshit. I mean, the price is just displaying the extreme acceptable prices in this 1 month. That's all it's showing you. And when it's beating down in this hole here, I'm sure if you look left, this whole vacuum probably goes back 3 years, maybe 3 years. But once we get to this thing, okay, with the first dead cat bounce here, and we start to do this shit, and you got a trade plan for that? A whole month of just gravy train bullshit if you know how to range trade on limits. All you have to do is keep in this. You could probably turn a chop bot and let it just churn this shit. But when it takes off, when it finally breaks out of this giant breakout, so this is the bigger fractal, of course, is all of this chatter. You end up with, okay, well, here's the highest high and here's the lowest low. It's going to break out, son. And let's tighten it up. So here's the giant doji. This is a monthly doji, which means indecision. So it's either a bullish candle, a bearish candle, or doji. There's only 3 candles, so let's throw them out. What we could call them. So if you're trying to wean yourself off a candle stick party with incense and all that bullshit, then the line chart to me is the best situation. It's so clean, it's so undeniable. It's kind of like a line in the sand. It's just harsh. It's like that's the price, and it closes at the end of the day. There, okay, that's all. That's and if it closes 3 times in a row, like near the other close, that's a doji. That's a delta. That is, something's going to happen. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be brutal. So, like this delta here, closing prices you can draw. You're eliminating that wick, right? Because that doesn't. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is closing prices. Most moving averages are built on closing prices. And then we got this, I'm seeing a triangle here myself, but a wedge. Something's got to give. This is the looming abyss. At the time that okay, so if you put your buy limits in, which I probably would have, but for me this would be a 4-hour chart because I'm not waiting this long to get paid. So if this is a 4-hour chart, buy limits all the way down, it crushes in. I might be sleepy. I don't know when this happened. This is like a Wednesday or something. Tuesday. Rips back up. It doesn't get any better than that. Comes back to the floor, go flat. Rinse and repeat. Or are you going to, when it gets to here, throw sell limits up, anticipating that we're going to take out this abyss? And I suppose if you're good at selling, in other words, if you're good at having your sell tickets on deck, so these are bidirectional. If you put these above, if you drag these above, they're sell limits. If you drag them below, they're buy limits. So for me, here's the setup here. For 4 hours, I'm going to buy right here. And for 4 hours, I'm going to sell above this. I don't think we can make it up there in 4 hours. But if we do, that'll be an astounding trade. That's a daily chart. I don't think it's going to make it. Here, risk 14 to make 12. We're going to get out. We're going to get in here. We're going to get out on those blue lines. So that's the trade for a scalp. And I'm going to risk more than I'm going to make on these. Risk 20 to make 12 because if this punches up into this, a higher probability we can get out of that without having to babysit that trade. And if I'm really, the same, I'm going to put this 4-hour trade in here. That's kind of risky because for 4 hours we're going to sit here and buy this. Any kind of pullback we're going to buy. I'm coming in just under the market now. This will save you a lot of babysitting. And I'm just going to coat this whole area with buy limits. And if we go to retest it, you know what? Like you wake up with money in the account. So I just want to test this idea of not giving a shit on the demo first. So if we go to the 4-hour chart and look what it looks like here, it looks like we're going to get filled. This is the hourly. This is 30-minute euro dollar, and we keep banging on this window, this abyss. We're trying to tip into this abyss and rip. We get above here, around the number. We're just going to rip north into the sell limits, and I guess I could make this is the other wedge. The other kind of like prime real estate, because I figure we're just going to rush through this part. We'll rush through this will be the creek to jump or whatever. We would blast to here. Come back in with buy limits. So there's never not a trade with this system. So the skill here is to get the location and the expiration right. It's a location expiration situation because you have the luxury of creating your own auctions. So if I go up to the 1-hour tickets, you can kind of relax. Which here's a 3K, risk $12 to make 18. Let me delete that before I come in with this new. So you're going to have to. You got an hour. You can go out and get yourself whatever you do in an hour. Another crack rock or something. Here's a 3K. And this is what it is. You're going to build. Now here, risk 20 to make 10. Just don't repeat this at 6K. Don't repeat your entry price. That's 1 hour. In the 2 hours, I'm going to come in, so we keep track. 18 pips to make 18 pips. Let's start buying here at 3K. I don't think it's going to fill. But I think we could fill up here. Risk 18 to make on a 3K. Don't repeat the entry price. This is the big trick, too. Secret sauce is don't repeat the entry price. Now, I don't think this could be bad. These should last 4 hours, you know. But you're not going to lose money like this. If you put a ticket up here, sell 2 hour expiration on that, I'm going to bet you $1 to a hole in somebody's brain that this is not going to fill in 2 hours. We're not going up there I wish we would. If I could just fucking done for the week. But this whole churning here, 20 pips of nonsense. So if you put buy limits down here, you didn't get filled, but you put buy limits here on the 30-minute chart, euro. Asia breaks out to the downside into my buy limits. So I'm buying every 10 pips. Buy. 20 pip bounce. We could have cashed out. No, I did not cash out. I just kept buying it. I kept buying this. And when it came here, I cashed out. Right, because we came and took out the high of that. And this is the seller's window. Then I come with the buy limits all over again. The rinse and repeat. This is where you're going to make the money, because if you buy here and you get out here, because you know this is another resistance area within 10 pips. Give yourself 10 pips. You make a lot more money if you can trade this smash. And if you only trade on the long side, you buy that. And then you buy this smash and cash out. You buy this smash where it takes out these fractals. So you can see it on the half hour. So the half hour trades work on the half hour. They don't. You would die if you were waiting for the fractal entry on the weekly Bitcoin. You would just never get the trade on. So it doesn't work on every time frame. The half hour fractal, you're looking to fade. You're looking to sell the top tick Tommy fractals. You're looking to buy below here. So you know, well, that's where I want to start buying. Really heavy. We could still come back again. So if you're building a long position in anticipation of a crush into this abyss on the half hour, it means that, and scalping around it, if you, I'm talking about the ultimate blend, is if you can scalp this stuff, and you're also thinking, well, you know, this is a big, this would be a hammer for a candlestick trader. It opened where it closed, and we got a big wick. And the wick looks like this, and the problem with the candlestick is hides you can't see all the drama there. So this is a candle. This is going to be you got to imagine this stuff. Opens, close. This is a hammer. Right? Little top of the wick. Maybe even a gravestone, but here's the wick. All this here is the wick. And look how much money is here just in the wick. Rinse and repeats on the wick in 1 day of trading on the Eurodollar. You have to be able to put these tickets in somehow. You gotta put them in. Or are you going to be a no-nonsense trader? You wait for the end of the day and you buy here. We got our hammer. Looks good, Joe. Let's put a stop here. If you take out that wick, we're probably going to hell. I like your thinking, man. So at some point, it had occurred to you, if you could execute these things, that why would you fucking wait to the end of the day? Shit. I mean, I might hold this thinking, oh yeah, I mean, look at the fucking other time frame. I'm already long this thing like you can't fucking believe. I can't believe we're down here again. I could never believe it. How we're down here again, but she came back. I thought she broke up. Oh, she came like a zombie. She came back. I put on that Baby Come Back song. Next thing you know, she's on the doorstep pounding like a zombie. Look at the 4 hour of this thing. Look at the 4 hour euro dollar. Now, your head will explode. Where's the trend on this? By the way, is there a trend? Can somebody please? The daily. I just don't see it anymore. I can't see it trying to save my life. I can't have a bias, honestly. I cannot have a bias. My only bias is how many tickets should I put in? Trade big or small? I guess the bias is, well, I don't see how you can have one, but not in the range trading world. It kind of defeats the definition of, the exchange. It is a forex exchange. Yeah, I'm going to ride this puppy north. Now, I got to have the patience to wait until, well, if you waited till Wednesday, we could probably go up 60 pips from here, but I don't think I will. If we go popping up 40 pips, I'll dump everything when we get above this. This high of, it's not the high last week, but it's going to be when we pop up into here. I think we can make a run. 10, 20. When we get to here, this is going to be the sell pocket on the 4 hour. Obvious place to dump everything you own. Come back with buy limits all over again to catch another one of these plunges. So I want to go flat. I want to bank that trade, especially if it happens very quickly, because it means it will not last if it happens quickly. Like this run here, the 4 hour, once you get above here, these two Twin Peaks, and you make a 20 pip crush into this 4 hour void, you never make this. So you putting someone that's up here, you're too cheap, dude. That's why I say scale in and get in 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 60K. Let it go. It comes back to where even this ticket is break even, but that one becomes a big winner if you planned ahead. And here is the taking out of this triple wick here, and this is where the psychosis is. This is amazing range trading. That's all there is to it. I can see the final destination looks like we're going to try to go after this void, and eventually after this. So if it really is the end of the petrodollar with the fucking bullshit buzzwords they have for this bullshit, and whatever happened to all these other fucking buzzwords like acid rain, and I mean we really dropped the ball on all the fucking trigger words. Please. It's a financial catastrophe. The housing bubble. Dude, when the housing market crashed, who wasn't buying a fucking house at discount? How is that not a bonus for anybody that had half a brain? Well, everybody's a goober, though. They don't have half a brain. See, they're all renting a car. They're leasing a car with a... Yeah, they keep sending me this thing in the mail. Do you want to sign up for our security program? No, dude, I want to fucking grease the hood of my car and go 180 miles an hour without a mask and eat bugs. Why would you want to do that? I don't know, because, the anti-state's making me want to just jump out of a window, out of a basement window, and really just have a fail there. Look at the pressure building up this 4 hour wicks on this euro dollar. Like here, so the abyss is kind of forming here. That's all I care about for the next, and here also. If we take this out and we keep tanking, you got to buy down here. So if you're not in, I just put the buy limits in. So buy more, morest. And here, buy like fucking unreal. These guys cash out for their 10 pips. So maybe you've got 50, 100, 300K. Inside of 300K, you got your choice. You can scalp it to here and go, you know what, let's get out, rinse and repeat. And if you do that, you got to come in really close with the tickets, because now, if you think it's really going up, which I think this is going to go up like a whore, I have to run trailing buy limits tight to the market, because I refuse to trade it at the market, because every time this pulls back just a little bit, you want in. So on the 15th, I guess you can pull the trigger here. When you get to 1 o'clock, top of the hour. But why wait? I'm going to go right here, 2 hours. Now I'm going to put in a great 18 to make 42. So right here with 18 to make 10, I got a scalp, and I got the fucking big kahuna winner. The big dream launch. Right here, 24 to make 42. 2 hours. Another scalp. I'll put a scalp in deep in case it comes whipping back. I refuse to trade at the market. Just not going to do it. Unless I have to. Like so here. If I came into the chart on the 15th and I saw this, and I was watching my fucking awful movie, and this thing comes here. Man, this is why you got to have pendings here. In fact, I would start right here. This is a 15-pip window. Big fat tickets here. Big fat tickets here that never fill, by the way. Don't forget that. So the balancing act is to get, say you're committed to buy all the way to Memphis, but they only fill 40% of your total deep state grid. Right? You got your iceberg orders or your fucking giant. Now here, got to come in with buy limits. I'm not going to buy at the market. If we make it up there, it's certainly going to be amazing, right? If we come up into that price, it's going to be amazing. I'm holding this thing from down here, dude. I'm just going to sit on this tonight. So when we take this thing north, for me, the only fun's going to be on the demo is selling into it, up into that stuff. And I'd have to pull the trigger and scalp out, reload the sell limits. That's why it's pointless for me to go through the demo and show you, well, okay, this is how you do it. Look, I made all this money, because I got to trade my account, and I don't trade the British pound and stuff like that. So because everything I wrote was pretty much, I think a 40 pip stop is pretty wide in the euro, but a 40 pip stop in the fucking British pound is like, it's like, dude, that's just like half. You better put a 100 pip stop. It's like the pound to the yen. The pound to the yen. Hello, there's a lot of pips. And the spread sucks dick, and I ain't got time for that shit. I'm trading heavy. I'm trading one instrument, dude. I'm trading one instrument. I can't play. I can be that circus act, play drums with my feet, guitar with my hands, and a kazoo in my mouth. But I'm not that guy. I'm not trading like, oh, look at the Canadian dollar trade I just did. Because my brain can't handle it. I can only do one thing at a fucking time. Overwhelmed easily, and I figured, well, no, let's just load the fucking wagon on this stuff. Plus, I always know what time it is. When I look at my trade, I don't wonder why is my account making money? Oh, that Canadian dollar trade that I have commingled into the account. Nah, I can't do it, man. But it doesn't mean you can't, because women can like multitask supposedly. I don't know, this girl I drove with today, now she's gonna get us in a car crash. That guy's coming up next to me. Yeah, we're in a 3-lane road going 70 miles an hour. That happens. Oh God, honey. Well, last time I offered somebody to drive me home. I always wonder if it's my fault. I'm just too critical, because I'm looking at them going, oh shit, here we go. We're all gonna die. This is gonna take all night to cut north here. If we even do. That's the beauty of the buy limit. If they retest it, here, if you could have picked this up, it's not, the question is, does it work in every time frame, is that, does it work in every pip stop available. So you can run a super tight stop here. And the spreads are tight by now, right? On this 15-minute euro, the spreads are tight. You got a big fat ticket, a buy limit sitting right here. A couple of them, because you don't know exactly where it's going to turn around. And you scalp half of that position here. Now, when it comes back, you don't even, you just let it go. You're like, well, let's move our stop. We'll keep our stop here. I don't like to trade the trail stops because they kick me out of great trades when that happens. Like, I'm not going to come up here and trail my stop. No, sorry, because this is coming and I want to buy more. Start small to build a position. Start small and build it. And then when it starts to get really crazy, and I suppose you've hit your dollar target for the day, you know, you want to make $300 or $3,000, whatever, in this kind of like, hey man, if I can make like $1,000 a day, I'd trade just 2 days, 2 days a week and just be, oh yeah, the rest of the time just fucking, I'm looking at the market or I'm testing my limits on some, maybe you are going to go out and I can show you the Canadian dollar trade, or I can show you another instrument and go, yeah, see the trade here, but this is what people say, well, how would you trade the British pound dropping here? And it looks dramatic, but you kind of had it. See, I put the buy limits in here. I don't know how much money I made on this trade. And look at, I didn't even really put enough tickets in there, so I under-traded this idea of buying low. I could have just as easily put the buy limits in here. Buy here, buy. But I'm typically going to buy here. That's because I have a fear of missing out, and there's a reason, because I would have made 10 pips on this bounce. If I buy a 1K, 2K, or 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, below here, structurally, and below here, which is a lonely wick, and if I had the Williams fractal turned on, this would be 1 for sure. And down here, I got big-ass tickets that never fill. So the trick is to be able to buy all the way to Memphis without any, you're like, yeah, dude. So if you have enough money in the account, you can drag and drop, and I do have the scripts in here, actually. They are here with this, with the 100 pip stops. I'm pretty sure if you go down the bottom here, and you go to these 15 pip window, 15 pip rangers, here, 30 pips to make 60. Okay, this is a logarithmic, like a progressive, you know, where they get closer together. And here you also have the bad ratios. Here's a linear grid. So you're just going to buy everything, right? So I would just step, if I had already traded that, I'm going to come back and rinse and repeat these 8-hour tickets. I guarantee you this is going to fill tonight. I guarantee you. Question is, am I going to get out when it happens? Like I see it's plunge and it bounces and I'm like, holy shit, we're back to here. Just get out. And then reload it, because that's how you make money, is trading, not investing. I'm not investing. Here is 30 pips to make 30 pips. Let's start buying below here. But this would be a 12-hour ticket. I wouldn't even, I mean, or this will last all day, and you just make the expiration one day. Now, this is the dream ticket. You got a 30 pip stop, place it right here to make 80 pips. It comes down into here, and it goes all the way back to where it's at right now. See how the targets are showing up? The blue, those are the targets for all these tickets. And ultimately, here's the, I got a bad ratio in here at the top, I'm pretty sure. Of these, no, I guess I don't. Well, wait, no, here it is. Here, 40 pips. You're going to risk 40 pips and make 25 pips. Now, you can probably do this trade. This is probably going to work out for you, more than likely, even though the ratio is bad. So it's this probability versus, because you can't be that greedy. If you start buying here with a 40 pip stop to make 25, it dips down. It's martingaling in naturally because it's getting in, you know, instead of Fibonacci, it's logarithmic. Or you could probably, but I like this better because it's dense. Instead of it's all one case. So do this again here, and it keeps on putting more tickets at the bottom, which is what I would do. So this is my favorite swing trade, and this is definitely British pound approved because it has got a crazy ass stop on that. I'll put a break even here, a linear one, at here. So these I would pack up like this. This is basically like the video I did, but now I'm talking over it in real time. But this is the video I did earlier where I went back and said, oh, this is what I did, and you see me putting the trades on. So the patience it takes, and like I say, you try to make 10 pips, you try to make, this is a 20 pip grid here. And I would, if this is a real money and I was going to trade like this, these tickets would last all day down here, because anything below that wick, if we hit that tomorrow, it'll actually 24 hours actually when you drop these, so it's not at the end of the day. There's 24. These were 8 hours. These are daily, the daily time frames, and the weeklies. You know, the daily ones will actually expire on the weekend. So if you drop them here on noon on Friday, you'll see them disappear off your platform on the weekend. It's pretty funny. You'll see the broker just delete them. So if you put a weeklies in, if this was Friday and this was the 4-hour chart, I'd love to just go, hey, you know what? Let's put some orders in here that last all week. And if the market opens screaming into this void, we'll have that trade on. We won't even have to fucking worry about were we there to pull the trigger. So I think that's the biggest deal, is that the convenience of this style of trading. So if you want to have a life where you're not constantly babysitting the market. I think I'm getting filled on this euro. Look at this. Beautiful. Look at that. So there you go. That's why you would never want to trade at the market, because look at the retest on that. See how fast that is? Look at right into 1 o'clock. And you could have top tick time, you sold that too, right here. So look, we already saving money. Are we not? You're doing pretty good, right? And look at, I'm into about 20. I'm in about 25K right now. It's coming down in, and we're buying that. I got enough money where I'm going to put in more, because we made some good money on that last. But I don't consider this to be high performance trading. You know, I can't really make impressive amount of money on a demo. Even a demo, you got to really hit it. You got to be on it. See that crush there? You know, right at the market, right at 1 o'clock. Now that's that 5-minute cycle window. Also, look at the 5-minute chart. 5 minutes before 1 o'clock in the morning. See. That is the prime. So I come with focus tickets here. Here's a scalp. 12 to make 5. It's my favorite new scalp I wrote. It's ridiculous. So this one you can go to town on, because you're not risking more than 12 pips on that. And this scenario is we wick down, we rip up. And if I'm running that right now, this risk 12 to make 5. Then I have one stay down here that lasts. These last 4 hours, so these are probably going to fill. We're probably going to go lower, maybe. So I'm building a position on the long side. I don't have these aren't the targets. These are sells up here, so looks like we're going to go lower again. But just maybe nick the wick, you know. It's not going to be a full-fledged mega sell-off. These swing trades really take patience, because there's so many places. We could have dumped the whole fucking thing right here into the shelf. So everything above this was really the place to do your selling. Sell above here and then really sell above that, and just cashing out. I'd start buying it back here. Now we're into about 40K. Looks like a good Asian scalp. So I don't have to babysit the targets on these scalps, because If we do smash down, I want to certainly ride it out. So here's the scalp. Again, if we make it down here, try not to repeat the entry price. So now I'm going to force this trade. Come on. Come and pick me up, guys. 12 pip stop to make 5 pips. High probability to make 5 pips there. We still got 4 minutes left. If we update this chart. So here's the candlesticks. I guess I felt bad for that guy after all. Here's the candlesticks. Have you seen the candles? Here's a bullish candle. Did you buy that? Oh, yeah. See how confusing that is already? Look how smooth the line chart is. See the bodies, where the bodies are on that line chart? It's just wrong, see? It's wrong. Yeah, here's the candles. So at maximum zoom, they reveal themselves. That cost extra. That's in the charter membership. We don't talk about candles around here, son, because a lot of people have ended up like accidentally dying. Don't you know only the institutional traders are allowed to trade candles? I think I told you about that. Now, during our mentorship where we clone the latest version of talking point gibberish, almost like, you know, it's a country and the other country's bigger. It's not like country music. It's just, no, it's not that kind of country, son. When is these markets going to fucking go? Here's the half-hour chart. Big down candle. What does that mean? It's bearish. It's a very bearish candle. See, I'm buying those bears. So you could have bought the market there at the end of a half hour. It's certainly oversold, I'm sure. Look at that order block just kicked in there. I know, son, is about to update that chart. Look at that. 5-minute chart's going to update in 1 minute. Look out. Look out. I like to trade the 1-minute chart if you don't mind. Look at this beautiful, smooth sell-off on the 1 minute. Just pound. Oh, here's my sell signal. Come on, baby. She may run for the border like goddamn illegal alien. Watch this run. Oh, come on, baby. You can do it. People be scalping out into this last known support. Fractals all over the place on that 1 minute chart. Okay, man. 15 seconds. Hold on. Hold on for the ride. Are you with me? Oh, gosh, that 1 minute chart. It works on the 1 minute chart even. That line chart works. The line chart is perfect on the 1 minute chart because it looks like a fucking tick chart, dude. It's like that level 5 trading I taught you. Well, level 3 trading, we learn about how to shit your pants when you're in too big on these spikes. Okay, 5 minute charts are updated, 1 minute charts are updated. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. I mean, the 5 minute chart's updated. That 1 minute chart's going to update in a little bit. But are we going to tank? Or are we going up to that line? Let's go, Brandon. You can do it, boy. I know those foot jobs and that meth pipe is what you prefer. I have to do that when I'm trading. I get kind of anxious, so I have to invite my girl over. How do you think I'm able to scalp the way I do? She's a distraction. Yeah. I'll get my subwoofers out and put some of that bubble butt music on and we just kind of chill. That shit where they use those compressors with the duckers on it, the side chain. Come on, baby, you can make it to my target. Come on. And then I just want you to go like this. You got to talk to the market. I want you to go boom. You can do it. First, we got to ricochet off that floor a little bit. Maybe come back here, a little buyer's remorse. Then we rep. No. I want to see the Hannah Forex move right now, bitch. I got time for this stuff. Don't you know who I am? I'm an institutionalized trader. I just came out of a straitjacket. Oh, yeah. I'm a sociopath. No, everything's fine. No, we have a real good time. Oh yeah, he's got a black eye, but oh, we're buddies. I laughed so hard today. I took this guy down physically today. He wouldn't let go of this object, and so I let him have it. Like I let go of it, and he goes, "I won." And he goes falling back. I'm like, dude, you really gotta be out of your fucking. He missed the Steven Seagal movies. I've been studying with Steven Seagal by watching his movies. The Aikido. This is my entry technique, actually, the Aikido. Let the market come to me. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can rally. Well, anyways, you know how the story is. We're either going up or down. Well, that's deep. You really thought this out. That's the advanced course. Actually, our charter members are taking a OT level 8 primer. Yeah, you can see the volcanoes in the Boeing 708s. I don't know what the plane was. 747. Actually, I think they used that big blue plane. That guy Howard Hughes' big bird blue or what the fuck that was. What a fucking risk taker that guy was. I built a plane and I think I'm gonna fucking fly it. No demo for me. No flight simulator for that fucking Howard Hughes. That's a man's man, man. He ain't joining the swim team, is he, in that one-piece suit? That's probably not going to happen. Of course, he's dead. But see, if you look at Howard Hughes, I think he had an injury, though, from test flying, because he did do wacky stuff at the end of his life. He was out there. As you would be after you fucking... The Blue Spruce. Yeah, that's it, the Blue Spruce. Oh, boy. Yes. Could trading be any more boring? I don't think so. That's why the 1 minute chart's kind of fun. Look at that, we got a Williams fractal. Well, what I like to do is I'm a kind of confirmation guy because I'm a little bit... I kind of want to make sure it's going to be okay before I buy, you know. I would buy right here, but I would buy stop here. You know what? It could go lower. I don't want to be involved. So I say put buy limits in down here. Buy limits here for 15 minutes. Half hour here. 1 hour. I'm trying to get that timing right. The buy limits last for 15 minutes, half hour. Perfect. Gotta cash out, though. Gotta take your measly 8 pips and run. Oh, this is a nice setup. Look, it's pulling back. Got my first trend line I can draw on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, 1 minute chart is fast analysis. A lot of setups. Okay, let's buy right there. Buy at the market. I'll put my buy stop here if you don't mind. I really don't like to get caught up in these trades that people are all doing. Personally, I'd prefer if you just leave me alone and let me put my buy stops in. Oh my god. Why are you making fun of his trading? You wouldn't believe how many people in the comments are just like fucking social justice analyst warriors. So the guy said something like, "Why don't you worry about your trading account?" I'm already doing that. Now I'm worried about the fucking retarded trades you got on. Oh, look, we're getting filled here, but I didn't put buy limits in. Damn it. I'll wait to pull the trigger at a quarter after. So I'm waiting for a quarter after. If we get a double bottom on the 1 minute chart, but you know what? I think we're going lower. It could just be the end of this trade, actually. This not the end of this trade, but we're gonna have to come down here now. But I prepared for that. And here's the beauty of the limit entry. Set it and forget it. Now, when I first heard that term, I thought, set it and forget it trading. That sounds like lazy trading to me. I be pulling the trigger, son. We could be So you're either going to put bear traps in, or you're going to catch bears? You're going to put in minefields? Yeah, just land the mines in, dude. So that's what I'm doing. Because, you know what? I'm cheating. You're not a sniper, are you, son? You're just laying mines in there like a slob. We don't like your kind. You making fun of the sniper videos again? Don't you know who he is? And that's so funny because ICT, when it first made fun of ICT about 5 years ago, his team of whatever the fucks came down on me and said, "You're talking about Michael." And I'm like, "Michael? Who's Michael?" And then, oh my God, he says on my comments, like, so in other words, the video's been out for 4 hours, and all of a sudden there's a comment from ICT that says, "You got my attention now." Oh boy, really? I'm so scared. And his troop of followers were just ready to just lynch me, hang me up on a fucking indicator that would tie me to a candlestick whack and beat me. Don't you know who he is? So we're making the new lows here. We're getting to my buy limits. Look, we're just getting autofilled. Can you believe it? Can you beat this autofill shit? I'm in 70K and I haven't even pulled the trigger. You lazy son of a bitch. Look, come on, baby. Come, buy more. Buy more, save later. And then when, about here, oh, look at this. Beautiful. Look at that. Does it get any better than that? And I got the scalps are getting filled right now. So we're at 2,000. I'm sorry, 32.22. At this moment in time, we'd be buying that right a quarter after. Right, quarter after. Here comes the 15-minute traders. If we close below the floor on the 15, we're going to buy at the market. No, we're already in our limits. We don't have to. So we've already saved ourselves all that bullshit. You see how labor-saving device limit entry is? Set it and forget it. Pendings. Set it and fucking forget it. We picked up we're in a goddamn 70K by just sitting back and watching it fill. Autofill. 15-minute chart. Look at. We got ourselves about there. They just closed the 15. Did we close below that floor? Let's check. Put out our tools now. We use that rectangle. There's the fractal. We want to buy below the abyss. We did that. We put the tickets in. Check, check, checkity check, and closing prices is here. So that'd be my first target, maybe. Very aggressively. We were afraid of missing out. So what I did was, and I got wide stops on these, dude. We ain't getting out of these trades. But it didn't top tick Tommy. You don't see me buying up here. I put buy limit after buy limit after buy limit. This is a 15-minute chart. I've been doing this fucking video for an hour and 15 minutes. Down. Bye. I'm ready to buy all the way down here. I got plenty of fucking money. I got $3,000. We're only using 70K. We're fine. These tickets last 4 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours. I got some 2-hour tickets. You saw me put them in. Some of these were 1-hour tickets and 2-hour tickets. These are scalps. It's just like anything, just like any other job, dude. Show up, punch in the tickets, set back, watch it, just retrace. Are you going to get out? Are you going to rinse and repeat? Are you going to ride the big swing? Can you see the big swing? Do you care about it? Can you handle being in the trade that long? Half-hour charts are going to update soon. You've gone into the wick on the half-hour. So this is the scalper's window. Anything all the way down, I'm ready to buy. The big picture, this is the big picture, so to speak. We keep on rejecting the highs off of that. We can't get above this quadruple, quintuplet fractal to get into the. Here's my cash out window. So if you bought this, you're probably still long, and I would do that. So if I just have buy limits pending and just keep picking this shit up like this, and my final destiny is that when U.S. markets open, we're going to be up here. Or we're going to be down here, and I'm just going to do the scalp off of this. Or we're just going to blow up the account. We blow up the account, just so you know this is how it is. Just buy at the market, 25 to make 25. Sell. Here's a big dream trade. Risk 30 to make 100 pips. But I'm not going to sit and wait for that trade. Oh, it's got to make 100 pips. No. But this is great. This is easy. This mini auction here, we get in. We're right where we started in the beginning of Asia. All the way back to the starting gate. Back to fair value right now. It's the middle of the road of this whole range. Gotta make it to here, or this is going to be the trade. So it's going to either be this to here, or from here to here, and this would be a bigger trade. This would actually make more money if I have my 20 pips, 12 pip stops to make 5. I got my 18 pip stops to make 18. And if I place them just right here, we're going to get that. We're going to make our. Actually, come in here. Come in here, we'll make our 18 pips to here. But it's the density of the tickets and the expiration. So it's location, expiration, situation. Just like anything else. For a limited time only. Looks like it's going to tank again, man. Let's see. Have no fear. Buy limits are here, so we just let it sit. We don't know. We could go down in another 10 minutes. We could take out this low. That'd be amazing. So here we're still in the sell-off mode, still trying to build this bigger, build back bigger. So we're about to cash out. See the scalps right here. You're not going to make very much money, but you're not risking a lot. Oh, coming down again. Look at beautiful. She's coming down again. Just more fill for me. Oh, now we're in a standard lot. There you go. Standard lot in one case. That's what I'm talking about. Standard lot in one case. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Come on. There you go. Beautiful. Never had to pull the trigger. Just picked up another 8K. That's the magic. That's the magic. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I wouldn't touch a thing there. We could probably make ourselves $200 here. Look at that pullback. Wow. Whew. Hot diggity dog. Look at that. So the scalpers are getting out right now into this floor of that fractal. Right? That's the obvious scalp of the wick. And we are still in. We haven't taken anything off the table here yet. Into here we could sell. We could trade bookends. I could put sell limits up here that last 8 hours. Risk 12 to make 8. And I'll put them right up in where the supply zone starts here. So here's the big one. Hopefully it's obvious at this point. I just trade price levels. I don't use moving averages. I just don't think it makes any fucking sense. Although here, I'm sure it's a great buy because your bias is I'm bull here. Just come back to my moving average. I'm not going to do it. I just put it up there for people to see. Like, oh, look at the moving on trend line here. I'm getting into trend line. No, sorry. I'm getting in because of this little psycho move. Any psycho moves, I'm in. Mini psychos. No, the mini psychos, I can run the tighter targets and tighter stops. So these trades were kind of unbelievable, weren't they? Like if you bought here and it went like this and it came all the way back to starting again, you're like, holy shit! I thought we was gonna go. They're tricking me and manipulating the market. God damn it! I say count on them manipulating it. Come down to here. Come back to here. We scalp out. Everybody's fine. Everybody's happy. You're gonna be okay. No, really, we're only down $33 here, so we're doing real good. You're doing real good. No, we like it when it snows in the cornfield. No, we like that. We like high gas prices. No, you done real good with that. Real good. Oh no, I got a solar panel coming. I hooked it to my car. I can use the radio now. Oh, but tomorrow I won't be coming into work. Why is that? It's going to be raining out. Oh, is that going to be a problem? But I got an algorithm I'm working on at home. Trade the markets. Look how beautiful. I mean, you just change the time frame. Here's the candlesticks for the candlestick guy. You see how ridiculous this is? Engulfing pattern. So what I did was, what'd you do? Well, I'm using a 1 hour candlestick system. How's it work again? I wasn't listening last time. Okay, when you get an engulfing pattern like this, it means the market's very bullish. So what I do is I wait until this completes and we engulf and I buy. Okay, but are you still in the trade? Well, I'm down a little bit on it, but yeah. Just you want to know, I am in the trade. Okay. Did you just think maybe you could just buy low? Like when the market was here, tell me you didn't buy there. Well, no, I did buy there too, because I put a buy stop here, if you wanted to know. I put a buy stop here. She broke out. I was doing real good on that trade until, for some reason out of nowhere, I don't know what it was, but bam. So that could be really a daunting task. Let's say count on the plunge, count on the rally. Put sell limits in here. Do the opposite. This is all pip target dependent, though. You got to be looking to make those 10, 15 pips, not 100 pips. She's still tanking. Look at this son of a bitch. 5 minutes before. She's still tanking. Let's check out that 5 minute chart. Take me to the 5. We just updated the 5. Dude, we got a doji down here. Oh, we got a gravestone. I like that. Oh, those candles are back. Yeah, look at this. The bottom became a top right there. Oh, inverted hammer. I like these candlesticks. Inverted hammer. 3 crashing Bidens. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's what that is. Gravestone. Final wick. Oh, I think we're engulfing. I don't know why you make fun of my trading. I got a buy stop here. Guess what? I'm not like losing any money or like I'm not even at a risk right now. I say you should cancel replace. Put your buy stop here. Put your buy stop here. Move your buy stop here. You might as well just put your buy stop here, not up here. Just put it here. In fact, just buy every candle that buy here. Buy every down candle. Buy. This is a winner already. Oh, it's working great. I'm buying low. See, I'm dollar cost averaging. Buy here. I think that's what they call the original term. Look at this beautiful nick the wick. A little dead cat bouncer down again. Down. We're waiting for the infamous half-hour update, which will update the 15, the 5, the 1 minute chart. They're all going to update here as we're stuck under the floor. Is it going to keep tanking? Can he? Will he go down? I don't know. Step back from the abyss, people. You're going to lose a finger on that thing. Half-hour charts are critical. Ooh, look at this. It's all frisky. I think we've spiked down. One more spike. We're still maintaining our standard lot position. Looks like we could buy some more here. I think we're going to spike you down. Like just a flash crash right now. Pick up another 40K. Down $44 right now. 44. There's a 5-minute window here at the bottom of the hour. It's going to be crazy. Into the abyss. Let's put some more tickets in here. Let's put those crazy scalps in. Let's put some big ass winners. 12 to make 26. Here's my greediest one. 13 to make 33. Wow. That is just pure great ass ratio. No, I'll put it right up on the market. Okay. 2 minutes. A minute and a half left. Let's go, Brandon. Look at the 5. Let's go. Come on, baby. We got to take out this floor. At least in the wick. Here's closing prices. We're going to go ripping north now. Do a short squeeze. By 5 minutes after the bottom of the hour, we should be ripping through these. Or otherwise, we're going through the floor more. And we'll just buy more on the way down. That's all there is to it. 15 is going to update. And the half hour is going to update. Half hour's got less trade frequency. You're not going to... You might undertrade it. Depends what your frequency of trading is. The 15 is quite a bit going on there. Half hour is going to be a lot more civilized. The 1 hour is going to be classic. The classic 1 hour chart. The half hour you got kind of a like the half hour in golf is the 1 hour hammer. All right, man. Let's just look at that clock. Let me move my clock. Okay, we got 15 seconds here. Let's go. I want to see this thing blast like a rape date above here and just go, Hannah Forex. Come on, bring it. You son of a bitch. I told him, I said, I'm getting on the plane there. If you don't give me a foot job, I'm getting right on the plane. They just updated. There you go. Half hour update. Buy at the market. Buy at the market, son. What kind of candlestick pattern is that? It's a hammer on the 15-minute hammer. I love them hammer. I love the hammer, though. That's my favorite. It's really a doji, though. Think about it, small body. There's only dojis. There's only bullish, bearish, and doji. And a hammer's a doji. Indecision. I don't know what we're going to do. Is this a real breakout? Well, Jed put his sell stop here. He's got a bias. He's using a 50 EMA. His 50, I called him earlier. His 50 crossed his 100 about a week ago. He's been in sell mode ever since. How's it working out? I don't know. He kind of beats his wife. He never has a chance to put the trade on. So I'm not going to touch this. I'm not going to buy at the market. I'm already big enough. Standard lot, fine. Let's let this go. There's only $3 grand in the account. So we could take another standard lot on. If it's spiked down right now for some reason, it'd be prime entry. Let's go to the 5. So see how the 5 is itching to blow through the top now. This is supposed to be the resistance point, right? So we're supposed to be... This is supposed to be resistance. Comes up here, sell, right? But, uh-oh. It's like, yikes. And so this is the line in the sand to come over. Otherwise, we got to keep tanking. This is my reason for getting in. This is entry here below this in this box. And the half-hour chart makes it easy to just pull the trigger on the clock. And we're also just getting filled on that glorious new lows. Autofill minefield on new lows. Why fight it? Okay, let's cut. So we got 5 minutes, 3 minutes ago. We could still go lower and pick up even a better price here. Easily take out the wick from the previous half hour. That's why I just don't want to trade at the market or like give up. I think the true skill is to pick the perfect entry zones, put your tickets in, let the market prove you right on that. But I'd say if you don't think you're big enough here, like right now, I'd have my finger in the buy market trigger and go, you know what? This really looks like the trap. Oh, should I buy at the market here? I guess you would. Especially if you religiously buy below here and you lock in everything below here. But I'm not doing that. I'm holding this thing with a big position of my own money until we take out this. But on this demo, I am doing this scalp where I drop these scripts here, and this is the demonstration factor. I don't think I'm going to be able to impress anybody, although if I really loaded the wagon on just this little move here, I could say we just made $500, bank it, walk away, and be, at the end of the day, the account would be at $4,000. I could run this account up to fucking $50,000, but it would be constant focus on this account. You can see that this would be worth quite a bit of money if you bought $1 million. So here you go to Martingale and you buy a standard lot, 2 standard lots, 3 standard lots, 4 standard lots here. And when it comes to here, you dump everything. I think you're making pretty good money in a very short period of time because it's a half-hour chart. Anyways, that's the story. We're waiting for 1 minute to go by to update this. Actually, 30 seconds left. I get so fucking impatient. So you have been going down for an hour straight here, or maybe this is 90 minutes straight down. Take a look at that. Zoom in for the 1 hour chart. 1 hour straight down, and when you took out this wick too, so this was the other little price vacuum. Is anything below that wick, but the half hour just has a nice lonely wick on that. See, stands out a lot more, doesn't it? It's in your face, really. How can you deny that? So we updated the 5. We updated the 5 here. So here's where you're kind of, see, the sellers are supposed to come in here, and if they don't, it's going to be vicious to the upside. So they're supposed to come in here. Bottoms become tops. You fall through the floor. You take the first sell signal. So at this point, we're either going to go this way, or it's going to be complete destruction. The euro is going to destroy the dollar into 6 o'clock in the morning. That's my trade. Okay. That's how that works. So we're just gonna have to see what happens, but that's my trade plan for the night.